But like I said, Richie wanted to race so bad.
Oh, because he wasn't going to be able to be the crew chief.
You know, he probably helped and just built the car.
So he wanted to travel too.
Well, to a certain extent.
No, I understand that, but I wouldn't want to do it now.
I mean, I'm single. I'm 20. 27.
So the pit crew dynamics are going to change because I got
my 21st birthday was spent on the Queen Mary, holding the brass rails in the bathroom, heaving my guts out.
We've all been there.
California, yeah.
So who came up with Carcraft? I want to talk about Carcraft some.
Jimmy and I talked a little bit.
Okay, and he was still here.
Yeah, Jimmy was building parts for the.
And he lived down at the Banana House, right?
No, that's Chuck A.
Okay, Chuck. Okay, different guy.
With the wall of beer cans.
Yeah, I don't want to know that one
Okay,
today.
but Jimmy, truth be known, Jimmy could match Chuck.
Okay.
In alcohol and beer consumption in the day of the week.
Okay.
Okay. Jimmy lived off of Yanceyville Street in Greensboro.
Okay. All right.
Which is up on the north side where Carolina Circle Mall used to be.
Right.
Yeah, that's way on up there.
Yeah. Yep.
So you guys,
Jimmy and I wanted to get something started, and we said let's. And we decided if we could build a car and maybe put something together, and Bobby Allison had a deal where he would race his own car at short tracks during the week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we thought maybe we could put something.
Which was a bucket spring car.
We not sure what it was
Okay.
going to be.
Okay.
Okay, but it was just the fact that we thought that.
So how did you convince Richie to go over with you? Because it was you and
I think
Jimmy
originally.
Zoomer.
I think what finally sealed the deal for Richie, when we first started, we didn't have anything.
Or our building.
Yeah, we certainly didn't have a building.
All you had was a dream.
That's it.
We've had that dream.
Yeah. Okay. So, to make a long story short, Tex was good friends with Benny Parsons, and Benny Parsons wanted a car built.
Okay.
He was switching from Fords to Chevrolets. Waddell Wilson was going to be the engine builder, and they were going to run for the championship.
This is 73.
Yep.
Well, into 72.
Yeah, in
But
72.
I'm saying for the
Okay.
73 championship.
So y'all built a car from scratch in the LG Wilts building, wherever that's at, down in the Sandhills.
Ellerby Junction.
Ellerby. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay.
And it's out in the middle of nowhere, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Still is.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of car what kind of chassis did you build?
It was a Ford chassis. Because they had already started it.
But you put a Chevelle body on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had the body work already.
Really?
The only thing Richie did is he cut the front snout off and moved it up.
Was that a Monte Carlo or a Chevelle?
Chevelle.
Okay. And all the cars you built was Chevelles? With the big window in the back? Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to get
Because
information.
we built two for DeWitt. The 73 car.
Uh-huh. And what happened in 1973 with that car? Can we ask that question?
The day that will live in NASCAR infamy.
At Rockingham.
October 21st, 1973. Benny qualifies fifth, runs less than 10 laps. There's an accident. Somebody spins down the inside of the track. Benny catches him with the right front door bars, sans door bars. That door bars took part of the main hoop with it.
Should have welded that up a little bit better.
Yeah, that wasn't the only problem. Anyway, by the way, the same thing had happened to Fred Lorenzen in the Nichols car earlier on the year before, and the same thing happened.
So that would have been a Roadrunner 99 car, or a Dow or something like that.
Nichols,
Purple car.
Nichols car.
Gotcha.
And not to say everything was legal.
That's okay. You don't need to get into that.
Like the car that hit the wall at Darlington May 9th. That was a Nichols car.
Right.
So that right there, after 3 wrecks, encouraged y'all to do something a little bit different. But
well, I'm just saying is that the door bars got ripped out. And,
okay.
They pulled Benny in, and Benny's sitting on the workbench there in the shop, and he's in tears because he's led the points
So
from
the points championship was between him and the King,
and
who,
Kale.
who y'all had previously worked for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Okay. Just want to make sure we get that out there.
we all got engines sitting there. Him, Kale, and Richard. Because at that time you could change them.
Right.
Well, come to find out, Richie had an idea. Let's take everything we own in case he wrecks. Premonition. Okay? So I got a little Chevy van, long wheelbase with the doors on the side. We throw torches, a big ass electric wire welder in there. This and that with tools, porta power, this and that, and one thing. Dewood shop's 20 miles from the racetrack, if that.
Yeah.
They bring rear end the Sunday morning, rear end with the gear.
So y'all are ready for anything.
Wait a minute.
Well,
This is the invention of the war wagon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, because they did that up until a few
That's
years
right,
ago when
that's
they
right.
kind of limited that.
But if you're late in the season running for the championship,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I mean, this
Richie
was
said,
it.
let's bring
Last
everything.
race of the year.
Okay.
Let's bring it.
And
And lo and behold, you had to use it.
yeah, use
Where did
every
you get
bit of
the door bars out of?
it. It was a car that didn't make the race. And back then, you had alternates. That if your car didn't start, the alternate got a chance
Right.
to race. Well, just so happens there's a 72 Monte Carlo.
Whose
sitting
car was that? Do you remember?
Bob Bertram, I think.
Okay.
there. Okay.
Bob Bertram.
Okay, we're gonna go with him.
It sounds good enough. It's close
Okay.
enough today.
Yeah, that's it.
Ralph Moody goes and absconds the car. It's sitting on the end of the garage. Okay, we're in garage stall number 7 from the infield. Moody goes down there and gets the car, rolls it up and back of the thing. Here's your door bars.
So you gas axe them out.
Richie starts welding. Richie and that wire welder never got along too well. Okay, and we named it Bernard, was the welder's name. So Tex took over the welding duties, and Richie was doing just whatever it took to get the door bars locked about that much of being to fit from the A post to the main hoop. So he took a piece of a wadded up trailing arm, cut it off. It was
For a
about,
spacer.
yep,
Wow.
welded it up in the front. Okay. Rear end was at a 90-degree angle. 45-degree angle when it come out of the car. Didn't really hurt the front end. Missed the lower control arm, front tire, radiator and all that stuff. Didn't hurt the engine. But like I say, everything on that right side was gone. So took us an hour and a half to weld everything to get it back in gear.
How many laps was left in the race when you got going?
I know he fell out on lap 328 because that was enough laps to win the championship.
Oh, so after you went back out, he still didn't finish the rest of the remaining laps.
Yeah.
But
We ran till he had about a 10-point cushion.
with all that work and effort, premonition, whatever, you guys go on to win the 73 NASCAR championship.
Let's see. Beat Richard and Kale out of it. Richard broke a camshaft.
Wow.
Okay.
And then they say something about, can you weld this cam back up for us?
I'd rather not say. That was Richie. That's why I could never figure out why Chief gave him his job back.
Well, all right. So Richie came back in 74 or the end of 74.
Yeah, that ended 74.
And his deal is that he was always a sucker for a steady paycheck.
Yeah.
That's what he always told me.
He told Chief,
And
by
you,
God, I'll never leave you
if you'll
And
hire
he
me
didn't.
back.
if you hire me
And
back.
he didn't until
39 years later.
So, what did you do after that? Because I don't know.
I got married in 75.
Okay.
So, you remember Butch Hazelwood?
I do not.
Ken Hazelwood worked for Crescent Ford when you had the Ford deal and supplied the courtesy cars.
Okay.
Okay? Well, he did the same thing with Southern Chrysler
Okay.
when they switched to,
Gotcha.
okay? I went to work for him selling used cars for about 9 months, I guess it was, after I got married.
Okay.
Then I went to work for Hank Thomas in Winston-Salem.
Okay. Was you building cars?
short track?
Okay, because I remembered a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
So you built short track cars, but didn't you go to work for a trailer company or something? Was that much later?
I'm proud of this.
Okay, okay.
See, I got selected to the Mount Airy Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
Wall of Fame this past year.
Yes, sir. And congratulations on that. Yeah.
My other my other claim to fame in Bettendorf, Iowa, at the factory of the Beeline truck frame manufacturing facility. I'm on the Wall of Fame there too. I went to work straightening truck frames.
I knew it was something to do with.
Yeah.
So it was the trucks, not the trailers.
And well, I did trailers too.
Because Richie always talked about y'all having to put the bow.
Yeah, I
and,
put some crown in them,
Yeah.
this and that one thing. I don't. 30 years.
Well, congratulations on that too.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that part of your story.
Yeah, and the people from 5 states would bring stuff to me because I was the only one that would be able to fix it.
Well, Les,
Yeah, it's been
we've
enjoyable.
been rolling pretty hard here. We really appreciate the stories. It does connect a lot of stuff that we had questions about.
Man, that's every time somebody comes in here, like you said, we learn more and more about our family. We thought we knew a little bit,
And it's all connected.
and it is. It all ties back in. It was a small world, as they say, and when it gets smaller.
And what I appreciate is that we're all still friends today.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
And we talked about y'all the other day on another episode. When you guys came, I guess our eyes were starting to open. We were
Right.
just kids. But we have loved you guys since you got here and always will.
Always, yeah.
And thank you for everything. Thanks for the stories.
Hey, like and subscribe. Leave us some comments. Keep tuning in. We appreciate you.